Again, we're getting used to this, so bear with us over these next few days. We're eventually going to have the dual vertical and horizontal. I got to figure that out. And we'll also have the camera that'll be able to trace us at the same time. That's coming, new things to learn. So today we're going to review, once again, the riding the energy. Now this is important for somebody to deflect or redirect somebody that's actually trying to grab hold of you. So this is an early phase skill level. So if somebody's just reaching out at you, this is what she's doing. She's just deflecting me from getting close to her. So with this done, we'll review the first ones that we did. So we had the first level here of the riding the energy. Now you see how she's keeping the elbow in and she's turning with it. So if I'm here, if I'm trying, she's sticking to me. So if I move away, she stays with me. If I move back, she absorbs it. See that? She's not specifically trying to put energy against me, just keep me from getting into her space, her personal space. But if I put pressure, if I give 1 pound of pressure, she gives back 1 pound of pressure. Okay? I like how she's moving. See, she sets herself for that weight right there. That's it. So if I go for that leg, boom, she's taking that, moving that leg. If I go for this leg, she can move that leg out of the way. Very nice. So we're not trying to beat our partner. We're trying to learn right here. Okay? So fingertips up, elbow tucked in so I can't get inside the body. Boom, right here. Okay? First level. I'm going for that leg. You want to be able to get this elbow down. So you generally want to keep your elbow the height of my wrist. So that's a little tricky. That'll be something that you'll have to work with your legs as you go. The next level is I went up to grab for her hair. Okay, she deflected here. Now this is a tricky thing where you're turning it into the tray position here. Okay, now when you turn the tray, it doesn't mean you pull out this way. You tuck, flip your hand over in the middle. So I'm going to drive my elbow towards her face. She's going to flip that tray. Good, preventing me from being able to drive through the center line. You want to practice this a couple of times. So she's going to pivot the roll, and I'm just going to roll forward. She's working the Fuchsal cover, Tonsal right here. See that? Just get that roll feeling here. So this is just reviewing quickly for you guys. Good. As I come around, she doesn't want to let her arm open up and leave all this space. She wants to keep her hand tight. So as soon as I'm passing her center line, she brings it back down, and we're here. Now this is the one that you guys want to work on, is the Bonsal. The Bonsal, I'm coming up, she's going to swim it away. So her elbow has to go up into the air as though she's reaching to grab at my throat. And as soon as she passes her elbow center line, she takes it back down and levels it out. On the other one, the Gunting, or Gunting, is a scissor-like technique. And as she goes up, she passes it back down, and we're here. Then we went to the second part, where I grab and I control it, where she's going to intercept it in her center line. And she wants to make sure that she's got beyond 90 degrees, because I said before, if it's inside of 90 degrees, your primary muscle is going to be your bicep, and you end up hitting yourself, okay? So keep it at least a little bit above, beyond 90 degrees. Specific angle, when I did my degrees and we did the research on this, it's 134, 135 degrees. That point where if you're doing an arm wrestle, you still are holding that position right there. So if I was arm wrestling her, it's that sort of locked position where you can hold that. Good. All right, nice. Okay, so we've gone back here. I'm in, she's riding the energy. We're coming up over, and she's seeing. So I may now be trying to grab. If I'm coming out here, it's coming to grab at her hair. So she's going to bring it past. She's not trying to fight it. She's trying to redirect it. Oops. Good, just keeping it going. If I go and reach in, she's not trying to fight it. She's trying to redirect it. Bringing that hand. Don't leave your other hand down. Keep it up by your throat, by your face, by your biceps, so that you can, even if I'm coming in here, right now she didn't know I was doing that because typically I'm grabbing, this is first level, right? And she controls. I grab, she controls, brings it back into her control. You want to bring it down into a lower control with an upward press. So it's a little awkward, so you want to be scooping, and that's why you have to use your legs, get under it, okay? She doesn't want to push me down where I can go down to her legs. She wants to push me down up, so she's redirecting my energy upward. And again, this is new. This is why this is great for you guys to watch this, because she's just learning this. Good. Boom, here. Good. I'm coming in, just loose, fine with it. Good. In, boom, here. Now, as you're doing this, look over my shoulder, okay? So this is the idea. Now look at the TV while you're doing it. So what she wants to be able to do is feel this. You're developing your tactile sense. See how she's doing that? She's not looking. Look over at the screen here. Good. So she's watching the screen, This is a little bit cheating because she's watching the screen. Okay, but the idea is that she can look around as she's doing this is what you need to know. Okay, now the next one is she's got to watch out for that other incoming strike. So we're going to add a little bit of striking with the grabbing. So I'm riding here, starting with a couple of grabs, just get her feeling good. Boom. But she's got to watch for that other hand now. And when she gets in here, she wants to control it. I can grab, shoot. There we go. Shoot. Very nice. Now, to make this a little more visual and easy to run with, this is where you see in knife fighting, I may have a hold of this arm right here, and I'm trying to stab at this person. And as I'm going, she's preventing that from coming in here. I'm going in. So when you guys learn a knife fighting, this is a big part. Now, little trick is, I'm anchored to her right here, right? So what can she do? She can bring that knife back up through me as she's going control. So as she's firing, there's the controls. As she's moving, boom, that type of stuff. She can cut it across. You always have that control. So watching as you're going, okay, I'll just go right it specifically. Good, very nice, good. Now as I'm moving, move with it so you're not getting overwhelmed. Very nice, good. We'll try to stay in camera. Good. Now watch for the strike still. Good. So even you go there, pick up that hand, but still be aware of that other one. Good. It's harder, huh? Yeah. Now, let's add a couple of things right here. 2 locks that are nice and easy. First one is when she pushes out here, she's going to take the wrist lock. Okay? Now the best wrist lock, go ahead and take the wrist lock. You'll see how that's exactly what people do. They bring that, you twist that wrist lock up, look at that, right across your face. So when you're doing these wrist locks, and the reason why we want to bring them down low, but in upward motion, is that when she's got this here, she wants to keep it below my waist and then turn the wrist lock below my waist. So she's going to need some assistance, or she's going to have to turn with her other hand, assist that. Now turn it over, go ahead. See how you bring it above your waist? Below your waist.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Okay, so that's,
Yeah,
so you're turning it over. Good. That's it, and that brings me down into the weapon. All right, let's try this. I know you have bad hand and wrist for that. Okay. So you just have to, as you get here, boom, you grab around the meat, get your thumb into the pad, and twist, turn. Good. Now when you turn, all right, turn, grab the hand, turn so that you're twisting my wrist over. All right, go ahead. And then keep it in control. So the best way, if you have weaker hands, guys, is to cross your thumbs right there and grab either side of the hand. So if we're here and she's feeling that she has a bad hand, I extend, she gets that wrist lock. There it is, and there's the cut, or whatever you have to do. All right. Second variation here. So if I'm going out here and I'm stabbing towards here, she can then lift it up, boom, and there's the next move. Now, if she was doing that, I'll show you how you disarm. She's going to slide along my hand and drive this into my body, then click it up into my forearm and take it away. We're not at that level at all yet, but these are things that'll come. Again, this is drilling time. This is for beginners, but I want you to see as she's building through time. So we're going to just train, and hopefully a couple of you will follow along with us. Hopefully we'll get some responses and some people watching. I don't know if anyone's watching right now, but that's okay. We're here. We're just going to try this live stuff out. Boom. Very nice. Now, if you feel a moment, take it. Boom. There you go. Nice and low. Good. Very nice. Here. If I go here. Boom. Now, drive it in. That's it. Right into the armpit is a very vital spot. So if you get in there, very brutal. All right. Good. Once again. So she wants to find where she's leading it. So if I'm going, she could take it at any time that she feels there's a spot. Boom. Right? If I go high, there's a high, and you take it down low. So take the wrist lock from high and bring it down low. Boom. Okay. And you've got to turn your body, turn your knees to face the force so you're in a balanced position, and you want this in front of you. Good. So that you're controlling at all times. Comes out. Good. Now I grab this one. You go in. Now if you pass it out here and I go here, lift that one up. That's the same thing that you just did. Go underneath, feed it in, and then you're going to just click it up into my forearm as you take it away. Okay. Okay, we'll get into that type of stuff later. Very nice. We come in, boom, bang, good. See what I'm saying? It works, huh? It gets scary when you get somebody coming at you, right? So now you've got that wrist lock here. So grab this. So grab you've got this first one here. You can lift up, and you could use your forearm, bend your forearm up, and then push this towards me. So you start to use parts of your body to make this work, okay? It's not specifically set in stone. You're going to learn how to play with this, and this is playing right now, okay? This is not the way a knife fight happens. You have only seconds. So again, I came in here, and this time I went down this side. So she's going to reach over, she twists it over, and then she takes that knife and directs it right back up into me. Very nice. And I didn't even tell her to disarm. Okay? So if I have her coming in, all right, so we're in here. First lock, let me just break it down. I'm lifting it up. I'll be careful. Is your wrist okay?
This one's,
Okay. Oh, so you're using that one. Okay. So I'm lifting it up. So usually what I like to do is if it's coming in, okay, I'm going to yank them off balance. While they're off balance, then the elbow picks high. I pick it up nice and high. I redirect towards the armpit. I go in, and then I click into the arm, and I cut my way out. And I say, oh, dude, you're bleeding. No, I'm just kidding.
oh my goodness. All right.
Okay. The other variation, same idea, is she's coming in at me. I'm stopping it. This time I'm bringing it over here. This is what I was saying. So thumb in the back of the hand here, just like I would be opening up a car seat buckle. Okay, you're pressing that down. Getting around the meat of the hand. And if you have any pressure point techniques, you take your middle finger and you can press it into the middle of the thumb, the center of where the pad of your thumb is. So if I was to do this here and I have these two pressure points, I could, see that? Or I could, see, so two pressure points I could use there. And that's not even doing the lock. I'm using these last two fingers to bend the wrist, okay? The thumb's pushing, last two fingers are pulling it under, and I'm gonna keep it low. So she's coming in, I redirect it low. Be careful here. I'm gonna redirect her low, see that? And I've got here and whatever I wanna do, okay? Then we went from here, so she's here. She grabbed my wrist. Grab my wrist with your hand, take it off, and come in with it again. So I'm now here. Again, we can get into cross-ups and stuff that we'll get into here. But as we're going here, I'm going to take from here this wrist lock, which is it's exactly the same. Thumb and middle finger, fold it up, direct it into the person. There's a blade. I come through, cut the hand. That's the reason I'm cutting that hand is because that's the one that's grabbing weapons. I don't want it to grab another weapon. Good, okay? Very nice. So she's in here again. Okay, we're bringing it down. We've got the controls, right? You're coming towards me. You're trying to cut towards me. Okay, now you grab my hand. So this is new to you. Good, you come for another strike with the knife. Boom, I bring this down. Okay, she rides it back here. And this is the other one here. I'm gonna turn it. I'm gonna come through this point and drive it into the blade. And then nice little fillet. Just kidding. All right. Yeah, we're being goofy, guys. So.
Okay.
So anyways, I just wanted you guys to be able to start understanding that this is the first phase. From here, the next one we're going to work on tomorrow, or when we do the next one, we'll announce it soon, is say she's slashing at me, she's coming at me. We have what we call the windshield wiper. So I'm going to use it, so come at me forehand, okay? This type of position here. When I'm going in, now I'm going to bridge. If she drops her hand, I'm going to take it in an arm bar. But if she wants to act like she would be actually fighting, so if she's coming in, okay, I end up in this bridge position. So if she's trying to cut at me, this is becoming the next versions of how you use your chi sao. So this type of thing here. So I'm going to turn you around, okay? From here, if she starts to reach over at me, we switch the blade, okay? If she starts stabbing, you'll learn how to pick this up, and this is where your reinforced stuff comes from, okay? Now it's getting goofy. Yeah. Yeah, so bridging is the next thing. So if somebody's coming at me, she's trying to grab at my throat, and I need to use extra force, I'm going to reinforce with a double hand. And as she comes to reach at me, you're going to learn how to control, take in, control locks, and so on. All right? So we'll call that for today, but give us some feedback. We want to know if people are actually watching, and we hope you are. And we hope you like this. I'm also going to be trying to do a talking heads thing where I'm going to just talk about self-defense, get to know you guys, Lisa will be on a couple times, and we'll also have stuff with the interviewing some of the top martial arts guys that I know from my past. Talk to you soon.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. What do we got?